Well, there is a chance that we might end up coming up this way, but there's also a chance that we won't. So we'll find out, won't we? I've come today because I have mentioned this in a couple of videos that I was going to go down to Mother Anthony's well. I don't know what I'm going to find because I haven't been there for over a decade, and I know the last time I came I got an electric shock off a fence. I didn't just create electric off the earth, although that can be done. Anyway, you might recognise where we are. We're on Roundway Hill. This is actually Roundway Hill behind me, over there. And this is Oliver's camp. I always love this view. Apologies for the wind. Might have to, that's better. So I'll try not to shout at you too much to get over the wind. But I thought we'd go quick. This isn't the way I want to go, but I'm just going to go and show you where I'm going, or where we're going from up here. Here's a couple of the tombs, always situated on a prominent place. I'll look that way. That's the way we're going to go in order to get down to that clump of trees there. Probably here, it is so windy up here. I forgot that when you go up a hill it can get quite windy. But it's good for the soul. I nearly didn't put a jacket on. That would have been crazy. So yeah, I do apologise about the wind. I forget about the wind, but it's good for the soul, as is treading in shit. Oh well, that's the way it goes, isn't it? I'm so glad I put a jacket on. I nearly didn't, but I would be freezing. Once again, apologies for the wind and sound quality. If you want to make it immersive, you could put a fan on and sit in front of it. That'll do the same thing. Okay, well, it's not quite so windy this side. So, well, that's better. Tell you what, the one thing I love about when I come out, because I always time it when there's no one around. I can't remember how many times I've had this hill to myself. Countless times. So, here we are. Now we're going to go down into, following that ridge down there. You can see all the soil creep and the undulations there. I'm going to go round through that field of cows and round the bottom. Now, I don't know how possible it is for me to do that these days, but I'm going to try. So I am going to head down here. Like I said, I really don't know how far I'm going to be able to get round this way, so this could be another failed mission. It's a new plant on me, I don't know what it is. I will look it up. So you can see how far we've come down. Now sadly there is a fence down there, but it's not that sad because look, there's an orchid. So we'll go right to the bottom. Oh, some of the steps of the soil creep are quite steep. Now there's a tongue twister you don't often hear. And here we are at the bottom. Now before, when I come here, I've walked through here and it's now fenced off sadly, but you do get an idea of how old the area is. I know all land is old, the earth was formed millions of years ago, but there aren't that many places where you actually feel it. And this is one of those places. So we're going to head straight on. That blue flower we saw earlier, I don't know if the picture was that clear, that's a round-headed rampion. I've been trying to work out what that was for a while because I came across some a while back, but I didn't really get a good picture of them. Wow. These are places that I can understand. It always daunts me when I think I'm going to have to get back up there. Because if there's one thing that's true, it's if at first you go downhill, you're going to have to go back up again. And going uphill isn't my favourite thing. So we'll see what kind of state I'm in later. I've got lots of water, so I should be alright. Well, I'm now on the lower slopes of the bloody ditch. I just disturbed some cattle I wasn't expecting to see. But yeah, I'm really not looking forward to going back. But look at that light. Incredible, isn't it? So that's the bloody ditch, and the barrows are somewhere right up there in the distance. I did drag a friend of mine from the village over there all across the fields and then up this way one day. God, that was amazing. I had a really good day. I had no idea that it was possible to do it. But that's what I do. I just go and I'll go and I'll see where I end up. That's why as you get older you kind of learn where your limits are and what you need to prepare in order to do things like that. It's taken a long time, but I've done it. Well, I better not speak too soon, had I? Right, so there's the well, or the trees where the well is. Now we've got to find a way in. It could be easier said than done. Because I do have to cross a fence first. Well, that's that done. I did have to test it a few times to make sure it wasn't electric. Our destination is well in sight now. I didn't bring my flask because I thought it's too much to carry. I've got to get back up to the top. It's the only way out. There is quite a view here. You can see kind of right over towards Salisbury Hill near Bath, and over there is Westbury and Westbury Whitehorse, Bratton Camp and all that. Now what often happens is farmers fence off because of cattle, so our land, our access to all the magical places gets restricted by people who want quick money, well not quick money, but who want money but don't really care about the land. That's my only, one of my bones with farmers. Here's a view we don't often get. Look at the way that grass is blowing. It's like it's in a flow. Well, anyone unfamiliar with Dutch elm disease, these are elms, as you can see, they're all dying because they only get to about 30 now. But if you thought I was inventing it, that's the leaf. That's the leaf of an elm. Now this is a rare sight because, as you can see, they're all dying. And this is what is going to happen to the ash trees, but the chances of them having any leaves or any growth at all is slim, judging by the amount of young saplings I've seen that are dead. So they're quite coarse leaves, and as you see they've got a point on the end and serrated edges and alternate veins. Here is one that's still alive, but as you see it's not very big. A nice little shot of a wayfaring tree by Burnham lantana, which is one Latin name I should know because I've planted enough of them.